Welcome back to Coin Sense and Nonsense. Today, it's a box of pennies. I was able to get some. Well, we'll divulge the secret. Oh, it's been opened before. But most of it is bank wrapped, or are bank wrapped rolls. Some of them look like they've been in a flood or something. Then we have supplemented with customer wrapped. So, let's do it. Alright, so we got everyone out of the box. And I didn't check for enders. There's no silver or anything, and so we'll just be surprised. I did notice there was one cool looking 2009 ender, but those aren't cool looking. So anyway, we'll see what happens. Alright, so first roll down, and all we got was a 59D, nothing special. Alright, so next roll, and be checking things like this, 1970S. This one's large date. Doesn't appear to have any of the classic doubling, but we'll check it out just in case. Likewise, the very next one I flipped over, unfortunately not doubled. Alright, so it's been largely kind of dull here. Been setting aside just a couple of things there. Check that 1960 for small date. And I got a thing for the lamination problems with those 1980 coins or 80s coins. But we got something. It's Canadian 2006. And hello, there she is. Alright, so still cruising along. We got a lot of cruddy coins. But we almost didn't, well, we would have noticed it eventually, but it's kind of shifting off to the side. Ooh, and it's even a 40s something, something, something. 1946, it looks like. Cool. Alright, so after the first 10 rolls, we'll give you the little tally here in case it's not too exciting later on. 1946, we got the weird lamination thing. I did get two 09s, but I'm gonna dump them both back. They're kind of crummy. And I got the Canadian, and then there's one more I'm gonna throw back. I was checking for small date. It's a large. Alright, so far nothing too exciting, but figured I'd give you a little update. We got one 09. And then this is an 87D, and I think it's a art repunch mint mark, so we'll check it out on the scope at the end. Alright, so yeah, still nothing super spectacular, but cruising through. Actually, where'd it go? There's a 09. But too credit to save. Alright, so if you remember earlier, there were two rolls that had those enders, and yeah, they're pretty harsh, I must say. Nothing special. So I was getting kind of depressed, and then look at that, 1930. Holy crap. Yeah, so obviously it's better days are behind it, but pretty darn cool. Alright, I just had to show you this. This is that last roll with all the cruddy. I had the cruddy ender, but man, what a roll. I had some bad ones in Hawaii one time. I did coin roll hunting in Hawaii, and I thought, man, the moisture really got to them, but woo! Alright, so we're chipping away at that side now, and nothing special put aside, but this cruddy thing I was almost going to skip over, but I go, looks like it's got kind of edges or whatever. Turns out it's a Canadian. It's only an 84, but it looks like it's a 48. Alright, we're almost nearing the halfway point. I got the 25th roll right here. And I saw something here. There's obviously a Canadian, but there's also a wheat right next to it. So let's do that one first. Oh, 55. Still cool though. Right on, 55D. and upside down. That means I can do it this way, and she'll be hello, right side up. Cool, 75. All right, so we're still working away here. A lot of cruddy looking coins still. Sheesh. But we saw that. Another cool Canadian. I can't believe how many in this roll or box, I guess I should say, or conglomeration of rolls, whatever this is. Hello. Oh, there she is, I think. Alright, so these rolls are from before the coin shortage even, but oh my goodness. If they're not like moldy, they're all road rash. Alright, so we're working away here. We did find a couple 09s in this last roll, or the roll we're working on now. We'll check for an extra finger on the one on the right there. But it's just amazing to me. There's yet another Canadian. This one is older, 64. So you know she's in her prime. Hello. There she is. Cool. Alright, so we're still working away. We got I guess what is this? An RB 64D? Arby's? Let's go. I'm hungry. Alright, so we got another Canadian. Sheesh, I can't believe it. I'm happy. But this is like the Canadian situation. Again, upside down, so we can go this way. And, hello. There she is. Alright, we're about to open the customer wrapped rolls, but just to show you the condition or the quality continues, and then you get something like this, and I'm not even going to split it apart to find out. I don't want to know. Alright, like I was saying, it's customer wrap roll time, and so I dumped out the first one. And we got wheat right off the bat. I haven't looked yet, so let's do it together. 57D, but still cool. It's a wheat. Alright, still the same roll. And 1952D peeking out there. That's cool. Nice. We got wheat. Alright, so we're all done. We've got a few things set aside. Some actually pretty cool. So I'll set up the microscope, charge up the camera battery, and we'll be back. We might go to Arby's in between too. Alright, so here we go. We'll do Arby's later here. We're too excited to show you what we got. Actually, let's get the Canadian section out done here. So 64, 75. That's got some cool toning actually. 84, 93, 06, and 2010. So that's amazing, I think, for this partial box or whatever. So what order should we go in here? Let's do the 09s. So we had actually that first one there. Those are the hardest ones to get, but it's kind of cruddy, so that'll probably get thrown back. So most of these, I think all of these are Ds. I'm not going to bother flipping them all. And then these two, when we get to the scope section, I'll just look for the extra fingers then. What else do we get here? We got, oh, actually, I love these. You know, tone coins are cool, but I love seeing all these with the different wood grain texture and whatnot. So add these to my collection. Some of them are harder to see than others, depending on how the shading is, but I'll put those in a book. And then what else we got here? We got actually these are scope worthy here. We got 1970s. I'll show you large date, small date, any kind of doubling, whatever, how to check. And then same with 1960. We actually did get a small date, so I'll show you that. That's cool. And we got 1987D to check for a double die, for a repunch mint mark. And then here's our wheat lineup. We got 1930 junked up, 1946, 1952D, 1955D, and 1957D. So, all in all, pretty darn cool. So let's check out the scope. Alright, here's an 87D, and unfortunately it's all junked up. It could be like slightly rotated, but this isn't the classic repunchment mark. And then this one had caught my eye, but it seems like it's more damage than anything. Alright, and with 1970S, I thought I had something, but it turns out it's damage also. There are two different large date doubled dies to worry about. One involves a little extra material at the 0, and that's what I thought I had. And the other one, you'd see, this is the classic one, or that would be the classic one where you see the doubling there. None of the above. And if it was small date, the RTY in Liberty would be the telltale sign, easier than identifying in the numerals. And so the RTY would be more faded or lightly struck than the LIBE. So there's your primer on 1970S. Alright, and 1960D is another story. The way to tell large date from small date is the height of the 9. On small date, they're even with the 1. In large date, the 9 is higher than the top of the 1. And so you'd be looking for any kind of repunchment mark or whatever, or just small date. Well, I think I got one, so pay attention to that 1 and 9. Ah, here we are. And I wonder if there's even doubling there. I see on the 6 there's something weird. So here, the top of the 1 is even or above the 9, and you can tell also on the 0 that it's a little more circular. So that is cool. And I got to check more on that 6 to see if that's doubled. More than likely it's just machine doubling, but we got to check. In case anybody was curious, as I would be, there's the Liberty on the same coin, so I don't think it's doubled. And then this one had caught my eye also, because of course I'm on the lookout for the small date, or any kind of 1960. This one's large date, but it looks like it's either grease struck or some kind of a strike through. There, the 0's obliterated. Alright, next up in no particular order, check of the fingers. Show me your fingers. I think they're all okay. And this was the second coin, and so you're looking for any kind of extension here or on the thumb. There's a bunch of different variants of the extra finger. Give me the finger. And since we've got the scope set up, we may as well do a quick check of the wheats there. That's pretty gunked up 1930, but not bad for considering it's 90 years old. That's crazy. And there's the reverse. It's definitely toasted. Speaking of toast, this one's rye toast, man. 1946. So, yep. The reverse on that one is actually better than the obverse, but still, that's still... Did I say still twice? I think I did. I skipped the 1952 because that was nothing special. This one I thought I might have had a repunchment mark, but it's not. So, we'll just look at one more and then we'll wrap it. Thought it might be fun to check out one of those wood grain ones on the scope there just so you could see how it looks. That's pretty cool. Alright, well, I think that's gonna about do it. This was a fun box, and I hope you enjoyed checking it out. Thanks so much for watching Coin Sense and Nonsense, and until next time, bye-bye.